Hello again, my friends. Today is a very special story because it's one of my favorites. It's called The Owl and the Raven. And the story of this is no matter how terrible life seems, there's always a friend you can count on, be it above, around, or within. Powers greater than Revan warred in the heavens, and her attempted negotiations only united their anger against her instead of each other. Now Raven darted through thunderstorms in desperate search of shelter on this bleak, bleak night. Dodging lightning and hailstone, she drove headfirst into the first open tree hollow and found a small warm fire illuminating the room within. Stretching her wings by the fire, she marveled at the room's spaciousness and the intricate murals covering the walls. Well, this is a beautiful cave, she resolved with relief. Whoever keeps such good care of their home must be a good person. Unbeknownst to Raven, another bird watched her in the shadows. She watched Raven's shadows dance in the light, saw her dark eyes glisten when they met the fire, and her head regally shake whenever the smoke gathered too closely around her. Owl cooed small hopes to herself and continued observing the new bird. Raven's eyes passed mesmerized over the colored paintings on the wall, spending time to consider each familiar figure before accepting its inscrutability and moving on. She edged herself closer and closer to the fire, only momentarily retreating to remove a single singed feather and reverently place stick after stick into the comforting blaze. A precious soft smile blessed Owl's tired face, and into the fire she tossed a special powder that sent colorful sparks dancing across the room. Raven cawed with glee at the display, then eagerly looked for the source, and so the owl appeared. "I have been waiting for you for a long time," whispered calm words layered with seasons of solitude and isolation, and her eyes cast mournfully into the raging storm and betrayed her despair of many moonless nights. Raven's wisdom and conceit wrestled within her mind. To be complimented by an owl was praise to brag about, yet their attention was so difficult to obtain it left one scrambling in silence for the perfect questions to ask. Raven lowered her puff feathers and leaned down on stiff talons in a grand bow before smiling. "Thank you for sheltering me in this terrible storm, great owl." Age-long conversations exchanged between brief knowing glances. Honor traditions were upheld with soft shuffles of feet, while the rhythm of smoldering logs hushed anything further. Together the owl Raven rested on each other's shoulders until the storm ceased and Raven set out after swearing to return. The owl smiled at Raven's impatient determination, then rested contently, knowing that several of her gray feathers now adorned Raven's chin. The lesson of the story is, wisdom comes in many forms, and so often not our own. And in no interaction between people is nothing exchanged. Give positive things and take positive things in return.